Yeah, that's the sound.
Yeah, that's the sound.
Week 9.
That is the sound.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
get it.
Sir.
Good crowd
Let's
tonight.
get it.
Good crowd tonight.
Yep.
So rain couldn't keep us away. A little rain is not going to keep us away.
They were
little
slipping
rain.
and sliding, making it to this.
It's dry in here. All right. Welcome to the Me and D Monday Night NFL Wrap-Up Show. I'm your host, David Johnson, along with
Dave Jr. was happening.
AM and a PM, Dre in the house.
Let's go. The kid. He's here. Corey Carr.
It's the kid.
CC.
All right. Well, we're going to get started. Rest in peace to legendary musician, writer, producer, composer, all of the above, Quincy Jones,
Quincy
who
Jones.
passed away at the age of 91.
Wow.
The people that he worked with, probably the list would be shorter to say who he didn't work with
Yeah.
and who he didn't have an influence on. But rest in peace to one of the
Man.
great musicians of our time. So
Mm-hmm.
In peace.
Rest in peace. Quincy.
you're
A lot of
done,
people
son.
gone this
You're done, son.
Dennis Allen.
Done.
You're done, son.
Rest in peace to his head coach and Dre.
Right. Also, rest in peace.
He might be able to
Man.
DC somewhere, but he ain't gonna be head.
No, he's done. He's done.
I don't even know if he'll get a good coordinator's job. And just to back
No.
up, the head coach for the New Orleans Saints was let go today, probably 2 to 3 weeks too late. I think some of the team members had given up on him prior to this. When you got Cam Jordan just leaving the stadium in his uniform,
in a uniform, just
he
hopping in the
didn't want to
window.
get undressed.
He
Hopping
didn't
in
even
the
wait.
going home.
I'll shower when I get home.
You
I
know,
just
it's-
leave my car. I'm gonna catch a Uber
Yeah.
home.
this some
I'm-
bull.
He was ready to let it go.
Wife's outside, just ready for him to just come on home, man. We'll just get some takeout, and we'll just chunk up this L because it wasn't nice. You don't lose to the Panthers at home like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that
bad.
was wild.
No, that was on the road.
On
That
the
was
road, I
on the
mean,
road.
yeah,
It was on the road.
That's what I meant.
But it was bad.
It was on the road, but that team did not look prepared, and they gave Bryce Young an opportunity to get back. I got to give him credit. He made some nice throws in that game.
Yeah,
He
I was
actually
thinking
did.
of that Denver one where you guys had the Drew Brees homecoming. You just
Yeah.
double that up with this loss from yesterday, like you said, on the road, and that just don't look good. And ownership is just they're not taking that lightly at all.
They need some etouffee.
They need something, some
They need a cou-
gumbo, some
They need
something.
a couple daiquiris, and maybe they'll.
Yeah, I don't know.
vignettes.
Right. Some vignettes.
We got this guy. I
Yay,
mean,
what
nothing's
is
going
it?
to save our season now. It's pretty much down the drain. But that was the first step, I guess, one of many that needs to happen, and I'm glad they did it.
Yeah.
Like I said in our little chat, Mickey Loomis, man, something needs to be done. He shouldn't
Mickey
have let this
Ficky
go on so
Loomis.
long. It shouldn't have took ownership to come down and tell him that he needs to get rid of their head coach. He's had one winning season with us since he started, and it was a 9-8 season last year. That's terrible.
How about Mickey Loomis was the owner?
Mickey Loomis. I
And-
thought he was the freaking
The
general
He was
manager?
the owner. Who's the
Yeah,
girl? What's her
Mickey
name?
Loomis is the owner.
No, who's the girl? What is his daughter? I think
Who's the GM?
Oh, maybe that's the case.
she came down to the facility this morning around 7:00. They all met at the executive house. She called in a bunch of players, did interviews with a bunch of players, and basically got to the bottom of it. And what she got from all these interviews
Oh,
is that Dennis Allen
Gail
was definitely the
Gail
problem.
Benson.
Gail. It
Oh.
took Gail to come down
Gail.
and actually put
Gail.
some stuff into action, figure out what's going on,
She said, "I'm tired
where
of
the
this
problem is.
She said, man, we tired of losing. What we
Yeah.
need to do?
shit." Yeah.
Yeah.
When it's time for the lady to come up and speak up and say something, then you didn't
Now,
take
what's
it
her
too
role
far.
in the team other than the owner's daughter?
Yeah, just say owner. Oh, I guess she just has stakes. It's not like she is the president or anything.
I was just
Yeah, I think
wondering.
she
I
just
knew
has
Mickey
stake.
was the main person in charge.
She is.
I just
she
didn't
is
know
a
what
owner.
her role was.
She's
Right.
a owner.
Because they say he's the GM too.
Really?
Yeah.
Apparently, she owns the
And so-
Pelicans too.
So
Oh,
then he
damn.
needs to
So
fire
she's tied in
himself.
down there.
Man, for,
For
real.
real. I want to say he as a GM, he ain't really making all the wrong plays. You saw it next year; they're already $80 million over salary cap.
Yeah.
So they've given.
I've
they've
heard
given
60,
up so much.
60
and-
to 80 million, and then they say they're tied in with Derek Carr for another $50 million cap
Man.
hit. this is probably
So
not
we
going
could
to
get rid
improve
of him.
anytime
He
soon.
just has a no trade clause. So he just has to approve. Isn't that right? He just has to approve where he
He's
goes.
got to prove
right?
where he getting
He just
traded.
gotta
Yeah.
prove
So
where he
you
wants
gotta
to
let
go.
him
it's
know.
not off the table that we couldn't get rid of him.
You got
It's
to
just
give him heads up.
he
2 week
would want
notice.
to go.
It's like-
He'd have to want to go there.
It's like taking 3 or 4 mortgages out on a mobile home.
Yeah. No, like taking 3 or
This is
4
it,
mortgages
Dad.
out
You're
on like a
upside down.
1980 Cadillac because we
Right.
had good pieces at one
it's
point.
already depreciated. Like damn.
No, it was
they
at
go
one point.
back.
Yeah, you guys.
At one
you guys
point,
did
we
have
were
a lot of
good.
good pieces.
We
That's
were
true.
championship contenders every year. Maybe not Super Bowl, but we were getting to that championship at the end of the year, 3 or 4 years in a row. So
NFC Championship.
Playoff contention.
Yeah, I think you,
Right,
you
different
mentioned it
playoff
either
contenders.
last week or week before last. They kind of let some of the players get too old.
yeah,
And
that's what
and
it is.
now they're way past their primes. They have big contracts. They're not going to be able to move them. And yeah, you're going to have to start from scratch. But that was
We're
the
still
first
riding off that
domino that
09 Super
dropped.
Bowl.
Yeah, that was the first domino that dropped. And then Antonio Pierce, he decided to let 3 of his assistants go.
I know.
He
That
said,
was
man,
You
y'all
know,
didn't need
when that happens, he's going to be the next one out the
I'm
door.
about to say,
He-
yeah.
He
They already
probably
told
won't be too long. This may be his one and only season as a head coach. As the full time head coach, I know he was the interim last year and did a good job. But whatever he's doing this go round, he's lost that team.
I'm about to
I mean,
say, Mark Davis is. I might as well bring Gruden back because what's going on right now is just a fiasco at this.
It's just a debacle. For
we-
real. I
we-
mean,
we
but
rather
what you
have
expect
some-
him to do?
We rather
I
have
saw,
some shady emails and good football than just no good football and no emails.
They didn't really have a lot of pieces to begin with. I know you got for real though. Like
No,
they
they
got
didn't.
Devontae
No.
Adams on offense. They got rid of Josh Jacobs.
Yep.
They
Who
had
do you
Max
got? Brock
Crosby on
Bowers.
defense. Now you got Brock Bowers is balling, but they didn't have
And,
a quarterback. Gardner Minshew is decent, but you got to put a good
And
amount of pieces
Garoppolo's
around
still
him.
on the team. He's just injured.
That's
if I remember
glass.
right.
I
Yeah,
thought he
he's
was
just
Yeah.
injured.
He
I'm about
is.
to say
He's
he-
still on it. I thought he retired.
Might be.
He might have. I thought he was like the 3rd string quarterback. I know it was Minshew and Aiden O'Connell.
Aiden
And
and Bednar.
I thought that what's his name? Jimmy Garoppolo was the 3rd string quarterback. He
Yeah,
might
they-
not be.
No, they say
I
he's
just-
on. They say he's on the Rams now. Actually,
Oh,
Who, Garoppolo?
yeah.
shoot.
Oh wow,
Man.
he's taking them
Chase
He said, "I'm just going to pick up some checks on the
Mhm.
West Coast. I'm
Yeah.
not
He can't stay
leaving."
healthy.
Nah, he can't stay healthy. He's
ain't
pretty
playing.
much done, son.
No,
So
he's
yeah,
got time.
son.
Antonio Pierce let Luke Getsy, the offensive coordinator, go. James Craig, and then Rich Scangarello. He let those
Craig.
3 go. But like I said, it's not going to be long before he's the person that will be let
Yeah,
go.
they're gonna
It's
probably let
easy
him
just
go.
to get somebody else out there. Dennis, like you said, Dennis Allen was 18 and 25 his 3 years in New Orleans.
I think we
25.
collectively
That's not-
could do that. Just let us run the team, get us
Literally,
some players.
I'm gonna say, give me a couple headsets. I'll go up in the booth and we can we can.
Now-
we can
Now we
figure
got
out
the
something.
special
Yeah.
teams coordinator coaching.
Wow.
Dizzy something.
Hey, he ready to go though. He
Yeah, I
ready to
know.
Step up to the game.
hopefully,
He said he was waiting.
They called him
Hopefully.
in there. This might be his one
special
break.
teams.
Hey,
The head
I mean,
coach.
speaking of one break,
But go ahead.
speaking of one break, Jameis Winston, he used that one break last week and this week. That
Yeah,
break
he
was
looked
not
like
right.
hot
he-
trash.
he might as well broke off into a Kit Kat because he ain't getting no more.
Give me-
He ain't
Break
getting no more
off into
breaks.
a break dancing contest.
Right. He ain't got no more breaks.
with Ray Gun for real, because
Man.
man,
It was something I was gonna say. Oh, we were talking about the Saints in terms of who would even want that job, though, with the stuff that we mentioned in terms of the cap space that you don't have. They're in a no-win situation for probably a good 3 to 5 years rebuild because monetarily they're screwed.
that's 2015 Rams, man.
Yeah, shoot. I don't know who would really want the job. Somebody gonna take the job because this is. Hey,
Somebody's gonna take
I'm gonna
the
get a
job.
couple of M's.
Because they
It's a
say
head-
there's
it's a
only
head coach.
32
Yeah.
of these.
Yeah.
Right on me.
There-
I got
there's only
this is my one.
32 of these.
You see, the enemy come back out of nowhere. Belichick.
That's
We
thirsty.
need a, really,
Belichick-
we need
Belichick
a
wouldn't
defensive
take that.
coach. Really, that's what we need. Done with the offensive head coach. Give me
Eberflus, you
another
wouldn't want
defense head
Eberflus,
coach.
That's a
Why don't you
defensive
get
coach.
Jeff Fisher?
Jeff's still washed up from the
Hey,
Rams.
Man,
He's still alive.
Man.
they stayed. The Rams held on to Jeff Fisher like a mug. Like it was like
They did
bad
hang on to him.
like a toxic relationship. I'm gonna come back to
He's
him.
got the most losses.
Towards the end,
I
the
think, in,
whole
like,
deal
NFL
was for
history
them
or
to get
something.
him to help them make the move to LA and get the team, I guess, settled in there, and then they would part ways, and that's what he did. got him out there. He had experience having moved a franchise from Houston to Nashville, so he knew what that was all about. So he helped them move to LA.
Get
But
him settled in.
yeah,
That's
get
smart,
him,
yeah.
help him
move
get
for Fisher.
transitioned in. But
Playing the
that,
logistics of getting
the ropes, and you know what it takes to move a team and
That's
get
crazy.
everybody coordinated. But yeah, those are some of the Dunn sons. I think the next one on the radar, I made a little bullet point. I said, you've heard of the group Smashing Pumpkins. What about Mike McCarthy's own band, the Smashing Tablets? I don't know if you saw that, where he bashed a tablet over his head yesterday. He was so teed off of how they look.
Yeah.
He needs to go. I think
He
he
might
needs
be
to be
done,
done.
son.
Son.
It's not his
I
fault.
think he might be done, son.
Granted,
soon.
they are dealing with a lot of injuries, but
It's Jerry's fault.
some of the some of the play.
It is.
It was a lot of questionable things on their side. It worked out in our favor. Let's go Falcons, baby! How about them boys?
Yeah,
about
they
the
did
boys?
play into you
Hold
all's
on.
hands.
Because he's had a winning record every year, so he's not terrible.
Right.
No,
just
he's
ain't-
gotten you 12 wins, but this has definitely
No
been
playoffs.
I guess a
Tumultuous
step,
of a season.
2 or 3 step backwards, or steps backwards, should I say? But that
I
was
mean,
crazy
he
when I
said-
saw him break the tablet across his head. I'm like, damn, he must be pissed off.
He is, because he know that grill is on him because he wanted the
I
offensive
guess Jerry
play
can't get
calling
fired.
duties now. Dan Quinn obviously got out of there. He's at the helm of the Washington Commanders now,
Right.
and they have success. So,
Right.
and they're in the same division even. So like when all these factors is coming in, it doesn't matter. Seriously, it don't matter if Jerry didn't get you the pieces. He's expecting you to just literally
Hey, you better make it do
something
what
But who
it
do
do.
you?
I gave you
Who
the
do
ingredients.
got,
You better
though?
make
You got a
something happen.
quarterback that's hurt, nobody believes in. You got one receiver in CeeDee Lamb. You didn't even have Ezekiel Elliott last week, so you didn't have a run game before that.
Yeah.
Right.
It don't look
Right.
like you
Parsons
have
isn't
Zeke
what we
going
thought he
forward. I
was.
think they're kicking him off the team.
Yeah.
Oh,
Trayvon
really?
Diggs
Okay.
is hurt again. What are you
Michael
supposed to
Parsons
do?
hurt.
Deron
The players
Bland's
are all
hurt.
pissed off at
Deron
Jerry.
Bland's hurt. Lawrence is
DeMarcus
hurt.
Lawrence is hurt.
DeMarcus
At some point, I don't think he's doing too bad for what he's got.
He wasn't coaching all that well when he had his full complementary of pieces.
Mhm.
The mistake they made is they should have just went ahead and let Dak go into the offseason as a free agent just to see what would happen. They gave him all that money. Now they're tied to him for the next 3 to 5 years.
Easily.
Tied to CeeDee Lamb for the next 3 to 5 years. You're gonna be hamstrung by the salary cap. They may not even have enough to pay Michael Parsons, and he's the next
That's
big
out.
contract
Yeah,
coming
that's
up.
And they need to get rid of him and just try to see if they
Yeah.
can
We'll take him for the
for
Falcons.
real.
We need a pass rusher
to
for the
see if
Falcons.
they can get
Yeah.
him. Like, I mean, the running back market is so shaky. You don't even know. You could trade for a running back and he come and still be not that good. So probably get another wide receiver. They got Jake Ferguson. He's pretty decent at the
They
tight
might
end
do
position.
boost that line again. Go back to them what they
Yep.
was the bread and butter.
I think we talked about that too, how the bread and butter used to be the offensive line, and now they're secondary in terms of where they rank in terms of teams in the NFL. And the other thing too is what happened to them drafting great running backs? 'Cause that
Right.
seems to be
They used to
missing.
be, yep.
Which you
They're
put
coming
that
this
on
year.
Jerry since he wants to be the GM. He really needs to be done, son.
he needs to
Just
sit
own
his
the
ass
team.
down.
Yeah, sit your ass down. Come to the games every Sunday. Do your little press conference, but let Steven and whoever else you had
Steven.
building the team,
I
let
mean,
them do that.
I respect him for trying to keep it within the family, and I feel like he just wants to like monopolize and try to be the thing that's okay. He was able to provide for the family, and this is what the generational type of situation that Jerry put on. But it's being detrimental to the franchise. Like it might look good on one end for him, but then on the other end, it's okay. The fans is having to reap the consequences of you just wanting to keep everything within the family, and we're not having no success. Nobody's drafting. They're not making no moves in free agency. You heard him say he was trying to make a move, I guess, before the trade deadline tomorrow, but ain't no telling. It's too
they're
late.
done, son. No, they're not going anywhere this
He's
year.
gonna move from one seat to another. He ain't moving.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm just gonna move over here.
I think
I
I'd
mean-
be pissed off if they traded for me for
For
whatever
should've
team
went
I'm
after
on,
America.
unless
Yeah,
I'm
you gonna
on,
put me on a losing
Carolina or
team? Right.
someone like that.
Right,
I would
unless you
say-
really in a
Should've
bad
went after
Crowley
America.
situation.
goes over there, he gonna be frustrated.
I hope he has a no trade clause in his contract.
Man, I'll take Max Crosby to
Who?
Atlanta. We need a pass rusher.
Man, who would you give up though? What would you? Or I guess it'd be for some picks. I would
We'll
assume.
get some picks. We'll get
But I
some
know he
picks.
wants to get out of Vegas. It's just, can they find the right fit and the
Yeah,
right
can they get
trade
the
for him?
right money?
pick him.
The right money.
The Saints, nah. Honestly, I feel like he would go to the Lions just be given. You think
Like
they
that
have
1 year deal.
they do a 1 year
D-Hop
deal,
Cole.
then he would get a freaking extension next year. They have Aiden on one side, him. Them boys might play. They gonna be lethal as far as the defense, which they already are. You saw they threw out Brian Branch from that game last night, man. That was
Yeah, but I think if they were going to do it, they would have already done it, because they known for 3 weeks now that they need another pass rusher, and they haven't made a move.
I think because the defense
Max
still
was
Maybe over
begging
the
to get out of there at
offseason.
the same time Devontae was begging to get out of Vegas.
That's true.
So if that's the move that they're going to make, they could have already done that and got him acclimated to the system and into their playbook. I'm thinking they're trying to stand pat. I don't know what their salary cap looks like. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, they just haven't gone out and gotten that player that them over the top
I'm gonna say
defensively.
I think they paid St. Brown this year. I don't know.
Yep.
Not too many other, but they probably looking at it in the future.
Did
Probably
they pay
we
Jahmyr
can't
Gibbs
afford him.
too? Didn't he get paid?
Gibbs.
And I want to say
don't think
Montgomery
so.
got paid. Whether I want to say
They didn't
last
keep
year,
them though. Montgomery and Gibbs.
Yeah,
That's that one too.
Jared Goff
Thunder
got paid.
Yeah, I know
Uh,
Goff
as well
did.
as they got a lot of people paid.
Mhm.
Get paid. Young
Even
brother,
Hutchinson
get
got paid, if I'm not mistaken.
Hutchinson.
Ford family, like, we got to sell a few more F-150s, man.
For me, they was like, y'all released
Moving
that
on.
Ranger.
The MVP candidates, we brought it up a little bit. I think it was last week, but
Yeah, I think it
all
was
these
last week,
weeks
too.
run together.
Mhm.
The Vegas favorite right now is Josh Allen.
Oh, wow.
The betting favorite, though, with most people that I've heard over the last week or two, it's Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, so I hear
Lamar.
Lamar, but I would say my favorite right now would be Jared Goff.
Mine is either Jared Goff or Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I would say Henry
He's
too.
the difference maker for that team.
For sure.
He's having a Lamar season. His thing, I get it. It's a regular season award, but he's got to take them deep into the playoffs for me to change my mind about. He's got to get them to the Super Bowl because he got them one game away last year.
True.
I think
Like you said.
he's got to get them to the Super Bowl.
It's a regular season award, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this would be his This would be his third one.
Third
If he
one.
Just
If he
had a
gets
perfect passer rating last
Would it
week.
be like the first?
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, he
first
just
quarterback
coming off a
got the
perfect
most.
passer rating.
Has the most.
First quarterback, 3 MVPs, no rings. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. What they said, I think they said
Is
more
there
Set the
any-
regular season up.
Is there
More
any
Regular
MVP?
season.
Does
more
anybody have three,
MVPs
period?
than what? Playoff wins?
Oh yeah,
I think
like,
that's right.
I think Peyton Manning got 4 MVPs. I want to say
How many does Rogers
I
have?
know he's got 3 or 4.
3 or 4. I think he's been MVP a couple times. Rogers has 3 or 4. Rogers has 3 or 4.
I want to say he's got 4.
Yeah, I think Rogers has
Only
4.
one ring to show for it.
Yeah, one, and that was back. You know what I'm saying? That's 2010.
Peyton got his 2. One with the Colts and one with the Broncos. That was
Mm-hmm.
a piggyback ring he got,
Man,
but he did get it. And you got to
got
give him
that, bud.
credit.
No, they were
Yep.
balling. They definitely
Mhm.
balling. Cam Newton, if he just would have jumped on the ball,
Man.
he would have a ring right now. He has something to show
So
for
Peyton
it.
Manning has
Allegedly.
5.
Okay, I'm about to say I know Peyton Manning has at least 4 for
He has
sure.
the most. He's got the most.
Because
Aaron Rodgers
did he
has
get an
4.
MVP for the Broncos too?
Yeah, I think so.
That'd have been like 4 years with the Colts, 1
I
year
don't
with
think
the
he got one with the. If he did, it would have been because that
5
first year he
MVPs
battling
is
that
crazy.
neck injury. If you remember right, that was one of the
2003.
reasons the Colts got rid of him.
Yeah, I do remember that neck.
He got 3,
Like
4,
Kurt Angle.
8, and 9, and 13.
He was taking
Yeah,
12,
that's all,
Brady got
12
2 or
per
3.
30s a day.
I think Brady's got, I don't know. I just looked up the most. Oh, here's the list.
Probably 3.
I was gonna say, I
Brady's got
think he's
3.
got at least 2.
Okay, I
Three.
think 3.
Jim Brown has 3. Brett Favre has 3. There's a lot of 3s.
Shout out
And
Jim
everybody
Brown.
else has 2s.
Jim
Jim
Brown?
Brown, man, and people
Jim
forget
Brown,
about how great
Johnny
he was.
Unitas.
Damn. And he was
That's 3.
running through my racism too.
No. That's crazy. No,
Running-
for real though. Like,
running
you gotta
away
think
from
about
it and through it.
MVP NAACP.
That's probably
That dude-
he had so much frustration on his mind. He's like, I'm about to just run through this field.
Hey, he was bowling people over. All right, fellas, we're gonna move on with You Got Torch. We'll see if
You
you all
Got
have nominees. I got one.
Yeah, who you got? Who you got, man?
Ooh, put that heat on him.
That's that Weldon. That's the some cow
Yes,
right
sir.
now got PTSD.
Some cow.
All right, You Got Torch. This week for me, it was the Seahawks offense. As safety, Cam Kinchins took a pick six, 103 yards for a score for the Rams. He was deep in the end zone, and he ran
Way
that
down
joker
in
back.
the jungle deep.
So I got it. Yeah, Seahawks offense. You got torched.
You got torch.
You all have any other nominees? Anybody that you remember that stood out?
Yeah, who did the Seahawks? They played the Rams. I would say Rams defense got torched by my guy Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Njigba. That's my
He had
Njigba.
a night against them. He had one catch that was over 40 yards, one touchdown pass. He was killing them all night. They couldn't stop him. Jackson.
Damn.
All right, good one.
You got torch.
You got torched.
It was some
Go
pretty cool toe taps too over the weekend. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he had a nice toe tap that I
Garrett.
saw. Who else was it? The guy for
Garrett
the
Wilson.
Indianapolis Colts? Yeah, Garrett Wilson had a nice toe tap too. And Cedric Tillman, he's on the Browns. He had a nice toe tap too. It was a Donnie Mitchell for the Colts. That was who it was. But
Oh, okay, that's a new segment. Twinkle feet.
hey,
Twinkle
twinkle toes. And then
toes.
I know you guys saw that one on Thursday. That was nasty too.
Who was that?
Which one?
That was the Garrett
Garrett
Wilson.
Wilson.
one.
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Shout
that
out
was
Garrett
sweet.
Wilson. Now he did the jump man.
Man, that was nasty.
Yeah, that was cold. That was cool.
Devontae Smith had a one-hand 1-2 yesterday and got in on the corner.
Yeah, that was
too.
pretty. That was nice.
Mhm.
That was nice.
This week
too.
they made some catches, man.
There
It
was some
really
nice
was.
catches this
It
weekend.
really was.
For sure. All right, moving on to our Week 9 fantasy leaders. CC, give us the business.
CC.
We got some good ones this week. I picked some good players to start. I'm gonna tell y'all. We got tight ends Mike Gesicki
Just
with the
Gesicki.
Bengals.
Gesicki.
Definitely on my team. Had
Dosecki
him
with
starting.
Gesicki.
He was 5 for 6, 100 yards, 2
for
touchdowns,
6.
27
5
points. He
for
led the
6.
tight ends, and he was on my team.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
We got Garrett Wilson, like we said, for the wide receivers. He was 9 for 10, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. That got him 30 points. Running backs, we all know it. Saquon went freaking crazy. I'm sure we're going to talk about
Did you
it.
see? Man.
Good Lord. Good Lord. That dude went 27
That's a Ninja
carries,
Turtle.
159 yards, a touchdown. And then he had that nice pass in the air. He was 3 for 4, 40 yards, and a touchdown. Ended up getting him
Dude's a beast.
32.9. So almost 33 points.
Dude's ridiculous.
Jalen Hurts, same team. He had 18 for 24, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then also had his little 13 carries for 67 yards and a touchdown. Ended up getting him 29 points. So
They played
he had a
good.
good day, too.
They
Very
had a
close to
solid
Joe
game.
Burrow, though.
Yeah, they
Very
played real
close to
Other
good.
Joe
than
Burrow.
the extra points, the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, but that's not on him. You're putting him in a trick bag there a little bit. And then, like I said, the overall, my guy Jackson Smith,
Jackson.
7 for 13,
Jigba.
180 yards, 2 touchdowns,
Jackson
and
Smith,
37
Jackson
points.
Smith.
Jackson Smith and Jigba
Jackson.
had him
Jackson.
starting 2 left flex position.
The Enigma. Enigma.
The Enigma.
Jigba.
Enigma.
Enigma.
Is that a wrap
Yeah,
for
that's
that?
our fantasy, yeah.
That's our fantasy.
Nice,
All right.
Enigma.
Moving on to those
Enigma.
Week 9 key injuries, AM and
Man,
the PM.
who got hurt?
Hey,
Who got hurt?
man.
Who's injured?
Who got hurt?
Been in an
Crazy.
accident?
Crazy injuries. You already know we got the concussions.
Brown
back
and
forth,
Crouppen
back
on
and
that
forth.
Brown and Crouppen.
Morgan and Morgan. Brown and
1-800.
Right.
Crouppen.
Under
called-
law.
Top dog law.
Brown and
You was in
Crouppen.
an accident.
Racks for your
Dog
back.
bit your back.
But yep, notable injuries. It was crazy. So y'all know that Thursday game, Texans, Houston. The Texans actually lost 3 of their linemen out that game. They lost Laramie Tunsil to an ankle injury, Will Anderson, and Keon Green. So that was pretty detrimental. As you already know, they got Nico Collins was out and Stephon Diggs is out. So injuries are just running rampant through the Texans right now, and it's looking like it's affecting them a little bit. They're gonna have to improvise and see who. Tank Dell, he held his own, I will say, and they got Mixon still, who's running the ball hard for him, but it seemed
Pause.
like no Diddy. But they go like the coaching though. They're gonna have to get it together though. With all these injuries, it's only so much the next man up can do. Atlanta Falcons. Yeah. Atlanta Falcons. Drake London went out with a hip injury. He did not return. He did get a touchdown early, so that was pretty remarkable. Then when I saw he went down, I was like, man, need a couple more points from you. So that was pretty messed up. Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott, he had a little hamstring injury, was ruled out. I know y'all saw Cooper Rush came in and got a few snaps there. Also, I believe that they said the AC joint, CD Lamb, his shoulder was messed up, but after getting a little bit of after getting looked at by the trainers and stuff, he returned and it wasn't too bad. I mentioned it earlier. I think they were doing testing today, but they weren't saying it wasn't too bad. I don't know. They'll probably see an update in the morning whether or not he's going to be able to practice this week. As of right now, they haven't really said anything. I don't think it's substantial. The Detroit Lions, like I said, Brian Branch was out, ejected from the game. That hit, it's just a regular routine hit. It looks like the refs was wanting Green Bay to come back and win. So that was pretty messed up. Puka Nacua also was thrown out thrown out against the game this weekend for punching that dude. Not an injury, but worth mentioning. AJ Brown, he played this week, but went down with a knee injury. He's been battling injuries all season. They need him as well. Obviously, they got Smith, they got Saquon Barkley, but having Brown will also complete that threat offensively. Chris Olave, we mentioned that. He went down with that hit from Panther safety Xavier Woods. And come on, Derek Carr, you can't be throwing those hospital balls.
I was about to say that. That's his fault.
Yeah, it's a little bit his fault.
He's been doing it all year.
Say?
He's been doing it all year. Michael Thomas tweeted about it.
I know he did. I saw Michael Thomas was making videos talking to like security guys like right there after the game. What do you think about Derek Carr? He's been throwing these balls and trying to get everybody hurt. Even the fans are frustrated, man.
More worried about winning than you are protecting your receivers.
Winning,
yeah, winning. He don't care. He's just trying to get some yardage. As long as it's not an interception. And next thing you know, the wide receiver's out for 2-3 weeks just because he's throwing those balls. But that's our notable injuries.
Damn. All right, thank you so much. Moving on to the Week 9 results. Started with the Thursday night game, October 31st. The New York Jets spent Halloween dressed as a winning football team, something they hadn't done for weeks, as they frustrated C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans in their 21-13 win.
That's hilarious.
Veteran QB Aaron Rodgers used his arm and legs in the victory, throwing 3 touchdowns, including a sensational one-handed grab by Garrett Wilson. You went over some of it. Mixon, 24 attempts, 106 yards, 1 touchdown. Tank Dell, 6 receptions, 126 yards. I will give Devontae a little love. Devontae Adams, 7 receptions, 91 yards, and a touchdown. Then we move on to Sunday's action. Dak Prescott was seen mouthing, "We effing suck," and he was right. As the Cowboys suffered yet another loss, allowing Atlanta QB Kirk Cousins to throw for 3 touchdowns in the Falcons' 27-21 win. Atlanta now holds a nice lead in the NFC South.
What's your NFC
South? 3 more touchdowns. Bijan Robinson, 19 attempts, 86 yards. Let's see. Jake Ferguson had a decent game, 7 receptions, 71 yards. I think you mentioned him, CC. That was about it. Dak didn't do much while he was in there, 133 yards and a touchdown. Derrick Henry continues to look like the acquisition of the offseason while also reaching one milestone after another. Henry scored his 100th touchdown in Baltimore's 41-10 victory over Denver. Earlier this season, he surpassed the 10,000 rushing yard mark against the Bengals. Big game
Bengals?
for him.
Yeah, they
23
needed a good one.
attempts, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns.
touchdowns. Wow.
You see that backwards hurdle he did?
Oh, Saquon? Yeah, that
Saquon.
was
Oh yeah.
nasty.
Oh my bad. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
all
that's great.
good.
Oh, my
That
bad.
was crazy.
Yeah, man.
Look,
That's
Mr. Zay Flowers. Did we mention him? Did he
Oh my
get-
bad. My bad.
How many
Wicked
points did he
athleticism.
He had
have?
a good day too.
He had a good game. Hold on. He had a
5
Yeah,
receptions, 127
2
yards, and
he
2
had a real good game.
touchdowns.
About time.
Yeah, good
No, he
for
had a real good
him.
one.
Got
Yeah, I
In
DeAndre
need
recent
Johnson now.
game, oh, you know what? I forgot to say.
My bad.
Go back real quick. The Ravens, Broncos. I took the Ravens.
Oh,
Falcons, Cowboys. I took the Falcons. I took the Texans in that Jets
we all
game.
took the Texans in the.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
all
Texans,
took
yep.
the Texans in that one.
Yeah, I took the
I
Falcons.
I think
Miami,
of course.
Buffalo.
Adams said, I think
the
things
Ravens.
are starting to finally something. I was like,
Mm.
dude, we don't even know if you guys are going to be competitive going forward. So don't start to lead the fans up and put them on this high. And then when you just break their dreams, they're just frustrated as hell.
The coach did come out and say that they're starting to build some momentum and they're about to turn it around. But like you said, this is only one game that you won.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Just stay humble and just keep the
Just keep
momentum going.
grinding. Yeah, keep grinding. Miami against the Bills. I took the Bills in that one.
I took the Bills.
I took the Bills.
In recent games, the Miami
Bills.
Dolphins have traveled to Buffalo and not played well, but that was not the case Sunday. Miami took the Bills down to the wire before kicker Tyler Bass put the Dolphins out of their misery with a 61-yard field goal that won the game and kept the two
boy
teams
Bass.
from going into overtime. With a 30-27 win, the Bills improved to 7-2, while Miami is 2-6.
Okay, Baker.
Ooh,
Going nowhere
you done,
fast.
Son.
Yeah.
You done.
Done, son, for sure.
Yeah, damn.
That's why it didn't make sense for Tua. He had a decent game, but what are you doing it for? You're not gonna go what 8-8. So they got 9 games left. Yeah, they're not going 8-1 or anything like that. Where
Oh
they
no.
go on a big run. So Panthers Saints. I took the Panthers in that, as I
You
kept
did.
saying
I
they
took
were
the
going to win
Saints.
at home.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Damn.
Much maligned quarterback Bryce Young was able to lead Carolina
Panthers.
to a late comeback win over New Orleans, which wasted the return of signal caller Derek Carr. The Panthers beat the Saints 23-22. Both teams
Wow.
are now 2-7. Done, son.
You done,
So Spencer
son.
don't look as bad now. If Derek Carr couldn't beat Carolina,
Man.
then
That
we
is
know
true.
it wasn't
They
the
having
quarterback position.
QB issues, man. QB
Man.
issues, dog.
That's ugly.
Yeah. that
Bengals
is- that
over
is crazy.
Vegas. I took the Bengals in that one.
Took the Bengals as well.
Mhm.
Joe Burrow lit up the scoreboard for 5
Joe-
touchdowns,
Joe.
including 2 to Mike Gesicki. And Cincinnati moved closer to 500 with the
Gesicki?
41-24 win over Las Vegas. Chase Brown lived up to his name, making the
Chase
Raiders
Brown.
try to stop him as he carried the ball 27 times for 120 yards. The Bengals 4-5 will travel to the 6-3 Ravens Thursday night. That ought to be a good game.
It was funny. They were talking
Yeah,
on
Bengals
the
and Ravens.
Bengals. They were like, man, Joe Burrow was throwing the ball to people we never even heard of. And
Right.
When you start looking at the roster, I don't even know who these guys are.
I don't even know who the hell that
I don't
is.
know who
Yeah,
they were
Yoshi
either.
Voss,
I'm
that's
looking.
what I
I'm
was
like,
Yoshi
well, that
Voss.
wasn't Chase and that wasn't
Yoshi.
Higgins. Like, but
Hudson.
he's doing something.
Somebody.
He had to make it do what it do.
Chargers
I'ma make it
against
do
the
it.
Browns. I took the Browns. I was dead wrong on that.
I think I took the Chargers.
I took the
Yeah, I
Chargers.
think you did. Yep. Both quarterbacks were sacked 6 times each, but Justin Herbert made the most of his opportunities,
Sherbert.
while
Herbert looked
Jameis
good.
Winston did not, and the LA Chargers were able to leave Ohio victorious. The Chargers are now 5-3 and will travel to Tennessee. The Browns are now 2-7 and will have a bye. You're done, son, and I think that coach
done.
might be
Son.
Stefanski. I think he might be on his way out.
Stefanski.
Herbo, 282 yards and 2 touchdowns. J.K. Dobbins,
No interceptions.
no
JK.
interceptions. 14 attempts for Dobbins, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's about it. Jameis didn't have too much to talk about.
Oh, Lord.
100th
Commanders and
interception.
Giants. I think we all took the Commanders, right?
I took the
think everybody
Commanders.
took the Giants.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I took-
For the first time in
Nice.
almost 30 years, Washington is 7-2, 9 games into the season. The last time the Commanders were this good, it was 1996, and they were still referred to as the Redskins. Daniel Jones did his best to make it a contest, but rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels continued to show his poise as Washington sits atop the NFC East.
Who
He
was
didn't
their
have to do
quarterback?
much. 209 yards, 2 touchdowns. Let's see. Neighbors. Oh, neighbor.
Oh, neighbor.
9 receptions, 59.
Somebody say neighbor.
Danny Dimes, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he rushed for one too.
They
He
2-7.
trucked one of their defenders.
Oh, yeah. He put a hit on him, didn't he?
7
Yeah,
and
he
2.
did.
Lowered his head
Damn.
and got in there. Pause.
I was like, don't crack your neck, buddy.
Lowered his head and got in there, bud.
Lowered his head and got in there deep. Pause. Titans and Patriots. I took the Patriots in this one because they were going to be at home.
Yeah,
And I was wrong on that one. Rookie Drake May tied the game as time expired in regulation, but that was as close as New England would get as Tennessee emerged with the 2017 triumph in overtime. Nick Folk's 25-yard field goal was the difference in the extra session. Both teams are stuck at 2 wins on the season.
Nick Foles.
If you're up, then you're
He wouldn't
stuck.
look bad, though,
Not a
Drake May.
whole lot to talk about on that one. Philadelphia, I took over the Jags. I took the Eagles. I think we all took the Eagles in
I
that
think we
one.
all took the Eagles. Jags.
Philadelphia got off to a quick start, holding Jacksonville to no points in the first half before the Jags got hot in the second half, but the visitors were not able to surpass the Eagles and fell 28-23 and dropped to 2-7, while Philadelphia improved to 6-2. You mentioned Jalen Hurts earlier, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley, 27 attempts, 159 yards, 1 touchdown.
Backwards hurdle.
That backwards hurdle was
backwards
amazing.
Hurdle was insane.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
One dude
You can't even practice that.
And jump.
How would you know you'd
That's
even
just
be in
reflex.
position to do it?
That's just,
he was coming down.
That needs to be the new
so
Black
hard.
Panther. Rest in peace to Chadwick.
The defender was just coming down and he was just running so quick.
That's
He didn't even
Killmonger.
know that. He looked back. He's like, "Where the hell did he go?"
But
The
he turned
athleticism.
but how would you even
He's-
think
the
to do that?
spin-
The
It's just the
instinct.
second sense
because
you
the
have.
spin, and then he was like, "Oh shoot, yeah." He literally like Raven Simone. He had like the future little thing.
He's
And
like,
he's
I ain't gonna be able to
Spidey
get
sense.
100% around.
Spidey sense. He said, "I can't." Yeah, and he just jumped.
But what if he just jumped up and he got cracked in the back though?
But
I mean, that's
man,
such a
He said in
dangerous
the
play.
interview that he just tries
And
to let
flipped
his body
around.
just go. He said, I just try to.
that was just instinct,
That was
man.
crazy.
But
Sometimes you
pause, he
just
does
do
have
it.
the legs to just do that to do that, man. I'm
No,
telling
did
you,
he?
bro. Did you see how? But to jump that high, okay. Not
Mhm.
only you have to
Imagine
jump
if
over
a big
he
dude.
somebody,
flipped though and he just land on his head.
but he's jumping backwards.
Right.
That
What
is
if he
That's
underestimated
ridiculous.
though?
Dude, that was so crazy.
That was
yeah.
crazy. Scott
I
Hansen.
ain't never-
Scott Hansen couldn't quit
I ain't
talking
never
about it.
seen that
I know, he
before.
was.
I have never seen that.
I don't think
before.
we'll see that again either, because that's
I've
just one
never
you
seen
can't
that.
practice it.
No.
That was wild.
Just
The
incredible.
Bear, go ahead.
I was just say that was just incredible. I'd
No,
like
it
to
was
see I'd like to
crazy.
see Noah Lyles talk about that one. Like he always talks about like athleticism and this and that. Like to see his 2 cents on.
Right.
That was a play and a half.
You know his ass ain't getting in there.
I know.
Bears and the Cardinals. I took the Cardinals in this one.
I took the Cardinals as well.
Chicago Bears have not proven to be a very good road
The
team this
Bears.
season, nor throughout Coach Matt Eberflus's tenure, and Sunday was
Eberflus.
no exception, as little baby Kyler Murray and Arizona
baby.
played bad host, thumping Chicago 29-9. The Cardinals are 5-4, while the Bears are now 4-4. Did you mention Caleb Williams leaving the game? I don't know if you mentioned
Oh,
that,
did he?
Trey.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He was
Yeah,
injured.
late in the game he left
Because I think he was injured, but
Chi-Town-
then
that's
they want
Chi-Town
to keep
Drake.
they want to keep him in there.
Yeah, they wanted to practice some 2-minute drill stuff, is what Eberflus said, and
Chi-Town
I think he
Drake.
might have just lost the locker room on that, because I know they were saying on social media the players weren't too happy about that, and just some of the decisions that he's made recently. James Conner had a good game for the Cardinals, 18
Mhm.
attempts,
They all did.
107 yards. Yeah, they had a good game.
All the running backs.
McBride,
DeMarcado,
3
Trey
receptions.
Benson.
Dunze had a good game. Is that 5 receptions, 104 yards? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Rome Adunze.
Wrong.
Yeah, he finally. I think I left out Will last night. Sam Darnold, he tweaked out, I think his ankle or his hamstring too, and he was saying that he was fine after the game. And then their kicker Will Reichert, he missed two field goals and was acting like he was hurt during the game. If you guys were watching that a little bit last night, but then he wound up staying in and he made the rest of the field goals or whatever. But I just thought that was funny how he tried to play it off. You might as well act hurt when you start missing those field goals because they're gonna be speculating like, "Damn, is he just not that guy?"
They're gonna be on you. Detroit, Green Bay. I took the Lions. Somebody took Green Bay. Trying to.
I think it might have been Corey.
I
You
took the
took
Lions.
Green Bay, Corey? Oh, you took.
I took the Lions.
Yeah, he did. He did take the Lions. I remember. Chilly, wet weather would seem to favor Green Bay, but Detroit had its way with the Packers and cruised to the 24-14 victory. Jared Goff only threw for 145 yards, but was efficient and effective when he needed to be. Like I said, 145 yards, 1 touchdown. David Montgomery, 17 attempts, 73 yards. Amon Ra St. Brown,
They
7
said
receptions.
They said him and Amon Ryan been 100% since the beginning of September. They just got
That's
that
crazy.
chemistry
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Did you see the sweatshirt he came? His hoodie.
Green Bay sucks.
Green Bay or Packers suck. I think it's was it Green Bay sucks or Packers suck.
I think
Still
Green
don't
Bay.
get it.
I think it was Green
Yeah,
Bay.
he's standing on business.
That's
Josh
cool.
Jacobs had a decent game, 13
Josh
yards, 95,
Jacobs.
13
Joe
attempts,
Heimer
I'm sorry, 95 yards.
Couldn't put it over the line.
Couldn't get there. Couldn't finish. Statistically, Geno Smith has had some nice games recently, but statistics don't always tell the story as the LA Rams traveled to Seattle and left with a 26-20 win in an NFC West showdown. The Rams have clawed back to 500 at 4-4, while the Seahawks, who started the season 3-0, are 4-5.
Man,
Geno threw for 363 yards.
no,
3
he actually
touchdowns,
had a lot. Yeah,
And 3
Mhm.
interceptions.
and
Man.
3 picks.
3 across the board.
Across the board, Matthew Stafford still in there, 298 yards, 2 touchdowns. Minnesota and Indianapolis. I did take the Vikings in that.
Yeah, I took the
That's
Vikings too
Colts.
as well.
I put it wasn't much of a game for prime time, but the Vikings got back on the winning track with their win over the Colts Sunday night. Minnesota 6-2 will travel to Jacksonville 2-7. You say it wasn't much of a game. It was rather boring. I tuned in and out
Yeah,
in between doing some other stuff. I'm like, Darnold had a decent game though, 290 yards
Marshall,
and 3 touchdowns.
For real.
Athletic Marshall.
Some of the Marshall you went to school with.
Yeah, that's what you remind me of.
That's a good one.
Marshall played quarterback.
And then we get
That's hilarious.
and then,
In their
Marshall.
pocket.
Right.
that's too funny. That brings back some memories. And then we got Monday Night Football, Tampa at Kansas City. What do we got? What's the score, fellas?
7-10 KC.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
what you got.
7-10. We couldn't get none.
Yep, 7-10
going
KC.
before half.
Damn, I did take the Chiefs in that one. I think everybody
I did
did
as
except
well,
for Dre.
besides
Yeah.
Dre, unfortunately.
Damn, Dre, you should have probably jumped on the bandwagon.
It ain't over yet.
Nah, you
I
gotta.
said-
It ain't over yet.
Plus, you gotta support your team.
Stay
I'm just
strong.
messing with
You
you.
always-
Yeah.
All right, let's get into week 10, fellas. The
Let's run it.
Thursday
Let's do
night
it.
game. We got Bengals, Ravens. I got Ravens. D, who you got?
I'll go Ravens.
Dre,
I got Ravens.
CC. I know you
Ravens.
got Ravens, right? Niners.
Why?
Niners, Bucks. I got the Niners.
I'll go Niners as well.
Dre.
I got Bucks, even though CMC is coming back this week. So
Yes,
that's
he
good.
is.
Yeah,
Dre,
Niners.
I mean, CC. All right.
Niners.
Giants, Panthers. I got Giants.
Ooh, I would say the Giants, but I'm gonna say Panthers get another one.
That ought to be a good one, Dre.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably go Panthers at home too. That'll be.
But I can see Giants winning. They need a win.
I'm going Giants.
CC?
It's going to be a week for Malik Neighbors. He's going to have a field
Nate,
day.
yeah.
That
I
would
can
be
see
a
that
good
too.
game for him to get off. Broncos at the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs.
I would like the Chiefs.
I'm gonna say I'd like the Chiefs too, but this is that one of those ones where Denver did get them last year, and they had Russell
Right,
Wilson.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you're right.
This is gonna be the one.
Yeah, I'm
But
saying
This
want
day
Broncos.
too.
one. This day one.
But if I'm putting my
It
money
just
on, I'd probably
won.
still go Chiefs though, because that's just
I just want a rib.
Patriots at the Bears. I'm going to take the Bears reluctantly.
I go in Chicago. I go Bears.
Right. They win at home. They lose on the road.
Yeah, they lose on the road, but at home they seem to play. So I go Bears.
Soldier Field. Yeah, I go Bears on that one too.
And CC took the Patriots. All right. Bills at the Colts. I'll take the Bills.
Yeah,
Bills should
We'll go
win, but
Bills.
I think these gonna be the sneaky games, man. These gonna be some
Yeah,
upset
that is a
games.
sneaky one.
Like,
but
I
I
go
mean,
Bills.
I think they
I
said
think Broncos could
Anthony
beat
Richardson
but-
might get the start again because Joe Flacco looks so horrible.
They just
last
didn't
I
do
mean,
they don't
much.
know what they're doing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Anthony Richardson, he was just tired. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Flacco ain't built for the
You gotta-
whole season.
you gotta talk to him about that. Hey bro, I don't give a fuck if you tired or not. You the leader of this team.
Come to
They
play.
gonna follow what you do.
Fact.
So
Like I said, all they had to do is just throw the ball away for one play and then
go get
rest
some
up.
oxygen.
He's just
Come
used
on,
to
dude.
walking out there and being the best.
Right.
Right.
Everybody's
This is
just
the
catering
NFL.
to him. Yes,
Everyone's
Anthony,
good.
whatever you want. Which it's not like
Right.
that no more, bro. You got
No.
Everyone is good.
Yeah, everybody's coming to compete.
You got
Everybody wants to
linemen
win.
just as fast as you
And
are.
you're not
You're a
getting special
leader of
treatment over
grown
anybody.
men, not just
Grown
men.
men. Yeah, these are grown men. These are
Grown
not
men.
teenagers.
But
These are
he's
some
young.
grown.
He's
Ass
young
men.
He'll
still.
learn. He's just 22. Vikings at the Jags. I got the Vikings.
I'll go Vikings as well.
Yeah, Vikings.
Yep, Vikings on that one.
Falcons Saints. I got the
Falcons,
Falcons.
let's go. Sorry, Corey.
Yeah, I'm sorry, CC.
Yeah, gotta go Falcons on that.
Yeah, I'm sorry as well.
At the,
Let's
at
say
the-
the Saints.
at the Superdome.
Now this is
Yeah,
what
but
I
it's
might
still
call
rival
the
games,
game of the
still rival
week.
games.
Steelers at the Commanders. The
Oh,
Steelers
that is
been playing
that is
good
the game.
football,
Yeah.
but I'm taking
I got-
Commanders.
I'm going Steelers.
Okay, all right.
I'm putting that on
Commanders.
Put
wax.
it on wax.
I said I
Who
say
did you
the
say, CC? You said Steelers?
Commanders.
Okay, Commanders. Dre?
I'm gonna go with. Let's see. You got Russ. Is Russ still? I'm
Yep,
gonna go
he's
with
Russ
still
is-
cooking.
Yeah, he's cooking pretty good. I mean, I'm gonna still go.
He's still
He's
in
gonna
the
need a
kitchen.
microwave to beat the Commanders.
I mean,
He's looking pretty good.
you saw that they trying to bring in another receiver though. They wanted Christian Kirk, but he broke his collarbone. I think they were saying they gonna bring in Adam Thielen or who else was it? It was somebody else, but I
Thielen
can't
wouldn't be
remember.
bad.
But
Who
that-
you got?
I'm gonna still go with Washington Commanders though. But
All right. Titans at the Chargers. I got Chargers.
I'll go Chargers. Chargers
Yeah,
play good
Chargers.
defense. Chargers actually
Dre,
got
who
the
you
top
got?
3
Come on,
defenses
let's
this
keep
year.
moving.
Chargers.
All right. Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles.
Eagles.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
Eagles.
the Eagles. Yeah.
Jets at the Cardinals. I got Jets.
I got Cardinals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Cards.
kinda-
Cards.
I'll go. It's
I'm
in
just trying to see
Arizona.
if Aaron can get another win, but it's in Arizona,
see-
so
I can s-
I probably should
there you
go
go, Dre.
Cardinals, but I'm gonna say Jets.
I'll go Jets because I can see Jets getting an. Dang, I don't even like to say Jets. I'm gonna go.
Say it.
Speaking
I
of the
don't even-
Jets,
Jets.
they
I'll just go Jets. I'll go Jets.
They flexed them out of a game on week 11. They had Sunday night football. Jets Colts. They flexed them out.
They
Dang.
should though, because they're not the marquee
Nobody wanna
team
watch
that
that.
the league
Nope.
thought they
Yeah.
were gonna be.
Yeah,
Yep.
They should do
they
that
might
more.
as well.
yeah, they need to.
All
Looks
right,
It's funny
so-
because we were just talking about that. I think like earlier,
Mhm.
like when the season, we are like, man, we
Mhm.
need to get some of these
Yes,
games.
sir. Yes, sir. Go Bucky. Go Bucky. Go Bucky.
who's Bucky? He's for
He Irvin.
Tampa.
Running back.
Yeah,
running back too.
okay. All right, come on back, Bucks. We'd all like to see you win tonight. All right, it's time for our best bust and buster of the week, and not
buster.
What did
Bucky
we
of
already
the
do?
week,
We already do Lions and Texans.
huh?
Did we do Lions and Texans?
Did I miss a game?
Should be Lions and Texas, right? Sunday night.
Yeah.
Am I?
Oh, I
Am I
totally missed that one, D. You know
Yeah.
what? I think I missed the Monday night game too, right?
Yeah.
Monday, Miami. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go Lions though. Lions and
My
Texans.
bad. So who? Lions and Texans.
Lions.
I'll take the Lions in that.
Yeah, I'll go Lions.
Lions.
And then what's the Monday night
Uh,
game?
LA
Dolphins
versus
at
Miami.
Rams. Dolphins at Rams. I'll go Rams.
Oh,
I'm going Miami.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
take
Miami.
I'm gonna take
Oh,
Tua because he didn't look
yummy,
that
yummy.
bad on.
No, they don't look bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Tua. They're gonna get
And they
win
can
of the
play
year.
in the hot weather too. That's the difference. They're gonna get out there to LA, be feeling themselves. They might be able to pull that one off.
Yeah, I have to take them, man. My bad. Good catch. Good catch.
Mm-hmm.
All right, best bust and busters of the week. My best is Saquon Barkley's opposite leap over the would-be tackler. That's my best of the week.
I'm gonna go Kirk Thuggins, 3 touchdowns, just leading us to another victory. I'm gonna go Kirk Thuggins, best.
My best of the week. I'll probably go Lamar Jackson since he had the perfect game.
Jackson,
There you go.
Flaxen, Waxen.
Trying to make
CC.
the MVP hunt.
Yeah, I'm going Joe Burrow. He was
I
very
was
close
wondering
to
if somebody
Jalen
was gonna
Hurts.
take him.
Yeah,
What
5
happened to
touchdowns,
that ball?
27 for
Touchdown.
39, 250 yards. I mean, he had a great day. Joe Burrow.
Yep. Good choice. Good choice. Buster of the week, bust of the week. Mine are the Packers because they didn't show up like I thought they would. They got
Mm-hmm.
dominated on their home field and even chilly,
Inclement
wet,
weather.
messed up weather. That game suited them, and it looked like it suited the Lions more. So
And it
that's
was
my
their-
bust of the week.
It was the Lions' first outside game of the season. Like how does that happen? Just doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't seem like you would have more.
Right. For my bust, I'm gonna go Seahawks against the Rams. They were actually up in that game and could have taken control of that game, but Rams came back. So I think Seahawks, that's a bust, especially
Okay.
starting season 3-1 and being 4-5 now.
Right. Dre?
My bust of the week, I'd probably have to say it comes down to the Cowboys just not really execute. I know they had the injuries and stuff, but I was expecting them to put a little bit more pressure up, just given all the adversity they have faced. You just got to have some fight.
All right. CC.
My bust is, I mean, it's a bust. I'm gonna say the Patriots lost. Drake May was
I was
looking
gonna say
good.
that one, too.
That win was there for them. You know,
Mhm.
they had the
Unfortunate.
momentum on their back. That play that he had to get him tied up was freaking amazing. That little scramble
That
he had, and
was.
they just couldn't capitalize on it. So that's a big bust on them. You were there, you had it, and you just couldn't reel it in.
Couldn't close it out. Yep.
Yep.
Then busters of the week is Dak and the Cowboys for me.
Dak.
Who's yours, D?
Yep, Busters is gonna be the NFC East teams, Cowboys and the Giants. I think just both of them are just trash.
Yeah, terrible.
They're not doing good. They're not doing good at all. Just the management, the picks, some of the decisions they made in offseason, moves they hadn't made in offseason. Just looking at those franchises, they're just busters.
All right. Dre?
Just front office woes. I
Yeah.
totally agree with you, Dave, on that one. But I say my busters of the week, and it's just gonna have to go out to Jameis Winston. I hate it because he was talking all that motivational stuff, and
Oh, there you go, Dre.
him.
Mhm.
had me feeling just, I was buying into what he was talking about. And then after the performance yesterday, I
30 for 30.
felt so disappointed. I thought, man, he better not say one motivational thing after this game.
He has
Damn,
100
we won't be shipping him
career
any crab
interceptions.
legs, huh?
No crab
No
legs,
crab
man.
legs. He can still come on the show.
Yeah, he still can come on there. Yeah, please. CC, who's your busters?
I told y'all, it's gonna be every
Damn.
week.
Damn.
Come on,
Allen and
CC.
the boys.
Damn.
You got a
gone.
good point.
He gone.
They definitely didn't show up yesterday in Carolina.
They're
Yeah,
busters,
rock bottom
man.
right now. It's only up from
They're
here.
busters. And then go ahead,
Man,
Dre.
I was just gonna say you still got Derek Carr on, but you might as well bust it down now and just get all fresh everybody, fresh head coach.
Like I said, forget Derek
fresh
Carr, man.
coordinators.
He can't even get the ball to his receivers and keep them healthy.
he can't even get in his
Damn,
car.
man.
He got
I mean-
a boy's head taken off.
We gotta get
Taking
rid of
clowns.
Lattimore, get rid of Adebo, get rid of Cam Jordan, get rid of we got a lot. We got a lot to get rid of.
Yeah,
But
Get-
Maybe
we
they'll
gotta
turn
find a
it
coach.
around this week.
they said they're trying to.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
they're
they
trying
got
to-
the
Hope not.
Falcons. No, they
Yeah, I'm about to
won't.
say, I hope
No.
not.
No,
they won't.
my
Honestly,
bad.
watch
Nothing
that
around. We got
game,
about
though.
2-3
Watch that game,
years.
though, man. We got to get that one. You can't let that
Yeah,
slip.
you got some years of rebuilding coming.
We
Take
might
Cam
wake
Ward,
up.
though.
We might wake up tomorrow and Lattimore is off to the Chiefs, and you guys might got some good collateral for that, and it's gonna be the start. That might be the start
Go
of
get-
something.
Cam Ward would be a good pick.
Go get Cam Ward, and then go get Miami's head coach. Go get their freaking offensive coordinator or something. Go get somebody close to Cam Ward. Make him the coach.
Oh, I know what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Cristobal,
Get somebody he's familiar with.
Marco,
Comfortable
I
with,
think it's
play with,
Marco
yeah.
Cristobal, Mark Cristobal, something
Make
like
that an easy transition.
That would be.
Undefeated. They're doing great this year. He's really turned that program
The
around.
U, man,
That's
the
that
U, yeah.
NIL
Go
money.
pick him up. Step out a little
The
bit.
NIL.
Yeah.
All right. We thank you all for joining us on the Me and D Monday Night NFL Wrap Up Show. We are out.
Let's go.
Hey, have a
Deuces.
good night.
Y'all better go listen.